Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Happy Tuesday. No, Thursday. A little slow this morning, not mentally, just physically. I am a little bowl of pudding. And so I'm excited to move with you all. Thank you for being here. Happy June. Happy Pride. Good morning from Alabama. I've only ever been to Mobile, but I'm hoping to go back to the South in general. Well, good morning from Idaho. Today's class, some morning movement. We're going to be also exploring like a moving meditation or a continuous flow, and it's going to be a really simple continuous flow. But once we get there, you'll probably want a block on either side of the mat. You don't need to worry about that right now, but two blocks will come in handy. And if you don't have them, no worries. We can always make something else work. But beyond that, you don't need too much, just any support that feels good for you. If you see me getting up at any point in the first 10, 15 minutes, I'm just letting other folks in. Maybe you're running a little bit behind. And class in the mornings is 45 minutes, and there's no Q&A after, just so we can all be done and get going with our day. So with that said, let's get started. And we're going to get started, I'm just going to tilt this up, in a seat. And so you can take a crisscross seat, you can take a seat on your shins. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to sit crisscross this morning. And if it's available to give yourself a little bit of height, you can sit whatever direction you'd like. I just like to sit and face y'all. Yeah, get creative with your block stack. Give yourself a really secure base. And ideally, we're getting our hips just a little bit higher than our knees to take some of the pressure off of those joints. And then once you find your seat, just take a moment, rock a little side to side, and really give yourself space to settle in. Whew. This is one of the first things you're doing in the morning. Please release the expectation that you need to find stillness. It doesn't need to happen really ever. And it doesn't need to happen right now. So find your seat, allow your eyes to close, your gaze to settle. And begin to just connect with your breath. And when I say connect, find your breath in your body. Become aware of how your breath feels this morning. And give yourself space to maybe make a little noise, or take some cleansing breaths, really sighing out any stale or stagnant feeling air and energy. And eventually the breath will slow down, kind of settle in for the day, but that might not happen in this initial arrival period. And again, that's okay. Taking a little time here to scan your body. You can just wiggle around. You can rock your head from side to side, readjust. Observing what your body is offering your practice this morning. Are we feeling really stiff, really crunchy? Any specific areas where we're just feeling a little not so great, or a little awesome? Maybe our chest is feeling really open, our heart's feeling really, really receptive this morning. And then just settling into your space, taking in the smells, the sounds, all the things creating your container for your practice this morning. And just reminding yourself that yoga is a practice of discernment, of the ability to drop within yourself. And so anything that's going on around you that may feel like a distraction. It's not to say it isn't a distraction, but it's also an invitation to be with yourself, to see if you can test your focus this morning. And with your next exhale, try to clear your body out, just really emptying yourself as much as you can. And draw a big breath in through your nose. And take a big sigh as you exhale. And 2 more just like that. So a deep breath in through your nose. And take a big sigh, exhale. Last one, big breath in. And a big sigh out. Sliding one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the chest, either to touch or to hover over your body. Just opening today's practice as a moment of appreciation for the time you've created to come to your mat this morning. An appreciation for the practice that we borrow from, that we move within with respect. For all the people who came before us in our line on this land that allow us to be here. And to your body for being wonderful. And slowly begin to blink your eyes open or refocus your gaze, just taking your space back in. And with an inhale, reach your arms out and circle them overhead. And as you exhale, pull your elbows towards your hips, cactus your arms wide. This time with your inhale, gather your hands into heart center, gently pressing your palms together. Exhale just to settle in here for a moment. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Inhale, palms come together in front of your chest. And exhale, just settle in, relax your shoulders. Good, one more. Inhale, arms overhead, find length. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. And exhale, settle in. Good. This time we'll start the same way. So inhale, arms overhead. But as you exhale, drop your right hand to the earth next to you. You can even drop it to your leg if that feels more available. And just reach your left arm overhead. Little side bend here for 3, for 2, and 1. With an inhale, pop yourself up to the center. Reach both arms overhead. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, but keeping your hands high as you exhale. Good. Inhale to reach a little higher with your heart. And exhale, drop your left hand this time, either to the floor or to your leg. Right arm reaches overhead, little side bend here. For 3, for 2, and 1. With an inhale, pop yourself up, reach your arm overhead. Exhale, stay here, arms reach nice and high, fingers face forward. You can kind of give some spirit fingers, wiggle out, flick a little bit, roll your wrists. And as you reach and kind of conjure this air above you, I want you to really anchor your hips down. So feel as if someone's pulling your hips towards the earth and really pulling through your fingertips towards the sky. Maybe your gaze starts to shift up. And with your next exhale, try to clear your body out. Draw a nice big breath in through your nose. And with an HA ha sound, exhale out your mouth. Draw your belly in towards your back body as you exhale. Inhale through the nose. With an HA ha sound, exhale out your mouth. Draw your belly in. Ooh. Good, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Draw your belly in, feel that little burn. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, Ichiha. Easy inhale through your nose. Slow exhale, release your arms down. Give your body a little bit of a shake. Good. And if your legs are feeling uncomfortable, change the shape. You can move them. You don't have to stay as I am. Good. With your left hand, come behind your back. Back of your hand meets your lower back, just somewhere there. It really doesn't matter. The further you get those left fingertips across your back, the more length and stretch you may feel in your shoulder and in your trap. Right hand gently comes to the side of your left head, the left side of your head. Just a little bit of pressure, a little lean of your head away from your left shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Remove your hand, head comes to center, and just switch. Right hand comes behind your back, left hand extends out and comes to the right side of your head. A little bit of pressure as your head leans away from your right shoulder for 3, for 2, and 1. Hand comes off, head comes up, both hands release, and we'll come into tabletop. And so come off your stack. If you like some support under your knees, put your blanket there. Hands about shoulder distance apart, knees about hips distance, maybe a little bit wider. And start to find a little bit of movement. So this could be cat-cow. This could be circles, little wag of your tail side to side, or any combination of really anything here. But just taking stock of how your body feels. And I like to move through different things just to show you like there really are no bounds to what you can do here, but you can take whatever you like. My movement is a permissive movement for you just to explore what you like. We'll take about 5 more rounds of breath here. Good. And coming back to your neutral or more neutral tabletop. With an inhale, you're gonna press into the ground, lift yourself up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Good. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. And this time your exhale brings you back to tabletop. Good. And we'll smooth it out. Inhale, come on up, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, tabletop. 1 more. Inhale, press yourself up, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Inhale, find cow pose, drop your belly low, tuck your toes. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, lift your knees, send your hips up and back. Take 5 rounds of breath here, really move things around. Pulse through your legs. Circle your hips. Rock a little forward, back. Gripping the mat with your hands and really pressing the mat away. It's an active push of your hands into the earth, sending your weight back. You're feeling a lot of pressure in your shoulders. There's a good chance that you may be holding too much weight forward. So really press your weight back, bend your knees. Good, and with an inhale, start to roll forward, brief plank, not even really. Exhale, lower your knees to the ground. Good, inhale, find your cow pose. Tuck your toes, exhale, down dog. Good, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, down dog. Just one more round. So inhale, roll forward. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, down dog. Good. Shift your gaze up between your hands and just start that journey, that walking journey, up towards your forward fold, top-ish of your mat. I have to grab my blocks along the way. And for your forward fold, feet at least hips distance, but maybe wider, knees take a big bend. Grab your elbows with your hands and gently sway your upper body side to side. Shake your head, yes, shake it no. Try to release through your head and neck. Good, and coming back to center. Release your hands down onto your blocks or maybe your legs. And with an inhale, find a halfway lift, real easy, real soft. Exhale to fold forward. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees. And with an inhale of 5 counts. And so you could either inhale the whole way or just breathe normally to a count of 5. We're going to roll up to standing. Feel free to pause at any spot that feels necessary. If your head's feeling swimmy, the knees, the hips, and the heart are great places to take a breath. So take an exhale. Easy inhale. Clearing exhale. And here we go. So start to rise and inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you're not at the top yet, it's totally fine. We're going to take a little time right here, about 5 rounds of breath, just to arrive, to adjust to this new level. Maybe to close your eyes and pause. Arriving first physically, how does your body feel here? How are your feet meeting the earth? And how is that energy from the ground moving through your feet up into your body? What is it offering? Softening through our joints, so softening the knees, trying to release any tension we may be holding in our thighs, in our butt, allowing the belly to be soft but strong. Shoulders settle away from your earlobes. And the crown of your head just wiggles a little closer to the sky. And as our body really arrives here, allowing your breath to arrive too, feeling as if it's lengthened. So the inhales reaching all the way down through your body, through your feet into the ground. Your exhales expanding you. Even though we lose some internal filling, essentially, we find space. Good. And with an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide, gently press your hips forward. Good. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. And exhale, just settle in for a moment. Good. Inhale, arms overhead, reach long. Exhale, cactus your arms wide, little bend in your knees, hips press forward. Good. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. Exhale, settle in. One more here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms wide. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. And exhale, settle in. Good. Coming into some standing twists here. With an inhale, keep your palms pressed, extend your arms out in front of you. And as you exhale, slide your right hand up across your body and reach it back. Good. Inhale, right arm circles overhead. Exhale, press your palms together. Good. Inhale, left arm slides up. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale, left arm circles overhead. Exhale, settle. Inhale, right arm slides up your arm. Exhale, extend your right arm back, hips press forward. Inhale, right arm overhead. Exhale, palms press. Last round. Inhale, left arm slides up. Exhale, extend the arm back. Inhale, circle your left arm overhead. Exhale, press your palms together. Very slowly release your arms down by your side. Give your shoulders a little shake, your elbows a little bit of a wiggle, and your hips a little wiggle. And we're going to come into our continuous flow here. We're going to build it. And so you'll have time to get familiar with everything before we take it to a slightly faster pace. And so one block on each side of the mat is what I'm going to do. And you want the block on your left side. Yes, block on your left side. So always feel free to let the block move with you. I think on social media, we see a lot of like very fluid, flowing, like ballet-esque movement. That's really cool. But I can't do it. And so I don't try to hold myself to the expectation. If it's in your wheelhouse, explore it. If it's not there today, that's okay. So feet hips distance, maybe a little bit wider, a little buoyancy in your knees. And with an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Start to find your weight shifting into your right foot. And then you can either float the left toes or really simply slide them across the mat as you reach them back and find a soft crescent lunge. Doesn't need to be this deep quad electrifying crescent lunge, a soft bouncy crescent lunge, shoulders relax, hands are soft. You can see mine, they're very soft. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale. And with an exhale, start to fold forward, straighten your right leg or straight-ish. Hands can stack over your right knee, like above it, not on top of it. Or hands can come to the ground or your blocks if you have like 4 blocks for some magical reason. Magical reason being you're very prepared. Finding this pyramid pose here. You can even put one hand on a block, one hand on your leg for 3. For 2. And 1, rise up, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. And with your exhale, drop your left hand to your block or the earth. Right arm extends towards the sky. Little crescent twist for 3, 2, and 1. With a big inhale and very swirly, fancy arms, we're going to come up and open into warrior 2. So inhale, big fluid circle. And exhale, settle into your warrior 2. And again, we're soft here. If you want to kind of pulse through it the whole time, totally fine. Good. Take a breath in, settle in for just a moment. And as you exhale, Send your hips towards your left foot, bend your left knee, palms come together, high Skandasana. Settling in here and just seeing how this feels. Your feet are going to want to move in their way. Let them. Let your feet adjust naturally through these movements. For 3, just so you can see my toes. For 2, challenging our balance, we'll pivot into a crescent lunge facing the back of the mat. Left knee will be bent. And so wiggling around. Arms come overhead. Bouncy little crescent lunge. And I do find these transitions actually get easier, or at least a little bit more available when you move a little faster. You're not thinking about how you're pivoting your feet quite as much. So take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg comes a little straighter. Pyramid pose, hands can stack on your thigh, on your lower leg and your block, or come to the ground. We want support. For 3, for 2, and 1. With an inhale, rise up, back into your crescent lunge. And as you exhale, drop your right hand down to your block or the ground. Left arm extends towards the sky. Twisted crescent. For 3, 2, and 1. Find that big inhale, very swirly arms as you rise up and open into warrior 2. Exhale settles you in, or maybe you pulse. For 3, 2, good, and 1. Take an inhale and exhale, hands come together, right knee bends, high Skandasana. For 3, 2, good, and 1. Start to pivot around, crescent lunge, right knee is bent this time. With an inhale, arms overhead, settle in. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, right leg comes straight, pyramid pose. With your next inhale, rise back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm extends towards the sky. With your next inhale, rise up, open your arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands come together. Exhale, left knee bends, shift your weight back, Skandasana. Good, holding here for just a moment. I get all twisted up here sometimes. And then start that journey to pivot towards your crescent lunge, other side of the mat, left knee bends, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, left leg straightens, holding here. With an inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm extends. Inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. Exhale, Skandasana, right knee bends. Starting to pivot into your crescent lunge with your right knee bent. And an inhale takes your arms overhead. Exhale, fold you forward, right leg straight. 1 round of breath. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, left hand down, right arm towards the sky. Inhale, come on up, arm circle. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands gather to heart center. Exhale, left knee bends, feet pivot a little bit for Skandasana. Good. Inhale, start to pivot around. Crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg comes straight, pyramid pose. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm extends. Inhale, come on up, arm circle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. Exhale, pivot and find Skandasana, right knee bends. Inhale, pivot around, crescent lunge. Exhale, straighten your right leg and fold. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm extends. Inhale, circle your arms, come on up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, gather your hands into heart center. Exhale, Skandasana, bend your left leg. Inhale, pivot around, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm extends up. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hands gather to heart center. Exhale, pivot the feet, bend your right knee. Stay right here. Inhale. And exhale, straighten both legs. Bring your hips to center. Readjust. Release your arms down. Walk your feet in a little bit and shake your ankles out. Good. Hands come to your hips. Lean your weight onto your left foot. Tuck your right toes and just press the top of your right foot into the earth. And you don't want to keep your right foot like completely relaxed here because you're going to find your ankle will sickle out, it may not feel good. And so you do want to actively point through your right foot for 3, 2, and 1. Come on off that, give it a little shake and switch sides. Come onto your right foot, point through your left, whatever side you didn't do, and then press the top of your left foot into the ground. And release. Give both feet a little bit of a shake. Again. And then we'll come back to the top of our mat. You can bring your blocks with you. And widen your stance. Feet come at least match distance, or roughly match distance, I shouldn't say at least. Toes turn out. And with an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, start to fold forward, hands come down to your blocks. And then start to rock your hips a little side to side. Good, and very slowly start to lower your booty towards the ground, coming into a wide squat, or deep squat, excuse me, Malasana. If you'd like a little support or a lot of support, pop your blocks under you, grab your blanket. But we're just gonna be in this deep squat for 5 rounds of breath. Arms can extend, forearms pressing into the inner line of your leg, or you can bring your hands together, elbows press into your knees. The choice is yours. 3 more rounds of breath here. Last one. And then make your way on to your bottom, however that looks for you. Coming down to the ground. Legs extend right out in front of you. Roughly hips distance, maybe a little bit wider. And if you feel like your bum is really kind of under you and you're not getting a very tall seat, grab a blanket, a bolster, and you're going to sit on it. Once you find your height, rock a little side to side, pull the flesh out from under your body, and then pull your toes towards your body as if you're standing on air. Rest your hands on top of your thighs. Gently press into your thighs as you lift your heart up. And oop, I'm so sorry, guys. Potential spam. Lifting your heart up, press your hands down. Taking a few rounds of breath here just to feel really connected, really strong in this kind of soft-ish shape. It doesn't make it less challenging because you're holding yourself up here. Begin to walk your hands down your legs, keeping your spine nice and long here. Collarbones kind of lead the way. Belly touching thighs first. And then maybe the rib cage starts to come near the legs, but maybe not today. Just finding a nice place on your lower leg to press into, or if your feet are available, you can grab the outsides of your feet, but I think with this shape, it's really nice to make some peace sign fingers, slide them in between your first and second toe, get a nice hook, and then pull your heart forward. You feel like your head is starting to crane up. I want you to start to reach the crown of your head straight out ahead of you, not towards the sky, not towards the ground, just right out ahead. Breathing here for 5. Finding a little more depth for 4. For 3. For 2. Last round of breath. And then slowly release. Start to walk your hands up. Again, slide the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop out. And then if you'd like to use a little support under your knees or thighs, you can pop your blocks or blankets under there and start to draw your feet in towards your body. So kind of a more classic butterfly shape here, Baddha Konasana. Hands come around your ankles or maybe under your feet. Oh, sorry, I thought I disappeared. Or under your feet and start to fold forward. So just gently pulling yourself forward. Forehead kind of reaches towards your feet, but we don't need to be super serious about it. Just looking for a little space in your back, a little space in your hips. Breathing here for 3. For 2. And 1. Coming up. Drop your hands behind you. Lean yourself back. Press your heart towards the sky. Can make any sounds that feel good. I am making sounds of frustration. And that's okay. We are allowed to feel our feelings, especially on our mats. You can slowly begin to extend your legs. Even as you continue to press your heart towards the sky. And then really slowly bring yourself back up. Hands can rest on your lap. And we'll come into just a few minutes of meditation here. And if you'd like to lay down into a Shavasana, you're more than welcome to. In the mornings, it just doesn't suit my practice. And so that's why I don't, but you're welcome to sit on your couch, lean against a wall, or lay down, just finding a shape that supports your stillness, that allows you just a little bit of ease, or a lot of bit of ease, really. I want you to feel comfortable, first and foremost. And so take your shape. Allow your eyes to close once you get there. And to start, we'll just take a few cooling breaths. And so a cooling breath or a Shatali breath is an inhale through your nose. And then as you, it's an exhale through your nose. And as you inhale, you will roll your tongue into like a straw-like shape and suck the air in through a rolled tongue. Or if your tongue doesn't roll, you can simply, like you're sipping in a straw, pull the breath in through just a smaller mouth. And so take an easy exhale, and an easy inhale. One more easy exhale. And this time as you inhale through your mouth, suck the air through a straw or through your rolled tongue. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your mouth. Sip the air in, seal your lips, exhale through your nose. Good, in through your mouth. Out through your nose. 5 more in. Exhale through your nose. For 4. 3. 2. Last one. And so we'll settle in for a few minutes of quiet here. That will let you know when the time comes to end. So enjoy your meditation and or your Shavasana. There's no need to move, really shift what you're doing. You can stay in your meditation for as long as you'd like. My only asks is that at some point you take a little time to thank yourself for making time for you, for your practice, and for all the just kind of lovely things that we cultivate through these practices. Finding those moments to thank your body for being wonderful. As always, I encourage you to find as many moments as you can just to be in awe of yourself throughout the day. And so thank you all so much for joining me this morning, for working on your focus with me. I hope you have a really nice rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.